At a time reserved for thanks, we should be grateful.
At 1:30 this afternoon, Colorado State Patrol trooper was investigating a car crash on northbound I-25.
Grateful for the men and women who risked their lives to keep us safe.
While that trooper was investigating the crash, the trooper was involved in another crash and sadly died at the scene.
Grateful for the Colorado State Patrol trooper who paid the ultimate price today. We don't yet know what happened. We do know what's ahead. Mourning. Mourning for the trooper's family, mourning for a department that's lost far too many troopers in a short time.
It's a matter of being able to comfort one another and being able to pull together and understand why we do what we do and make sure that we are doing the best that we can in order to go home each night, but to make sure that everybody in the state has the opportunity to do the same thing. This is a calling. This is something we all feel very compelled to do, something that we will continue to do. This is not just our agency. This was the community as a whole that lost a member.
The State Patrol just released the trooper's name, Cody Donahue. He is an 11-year veteran of the force. He leaves behind 2 children. The driver of the truck that hit him has been detained and a criminal investigation is underway. Police are looking at video from the cameras inside the State Patrol vehicle and inside that truck. We shouldn't have to report stories like this when an idiot uses spray paint to form words of hate, like someone did in Aurora this week. But maybe the best disinfectant for hate is a little sunlight.
I got a knock on my door from the neighbor who looked very distraught, and I wasn't sure what was going on, and she proceeded to say, "Have you seen your front door?" So I opened up the front door and noticed that someone had spray painted 3 Ks on my front door along with the word, and they taped a note to the door that also said, "Watch your back, KKK." Could it be neighbors who are just thinking this is funny based on what's going on in our times in society? Or if they really are hiding some kind of racial bias, it's not okay and it shouldn't be tolerated. And if you know of anybody or see anybody saying things or doing things that could put someone at risk to be in this same situation, report it. You're a coward. And your behavior is not acceptable. Your behavior will not be tolerated. And if and when they do find the people responsible, I want them prosecuted to the full extent of the law.
You can always help. If you know anything, call police. If you are one of those people who enjoys shopping on Black Friday, maybe you tried to stop for lunch and found a surprise. One of the most popular burger joints in town is closed. Photojournalist Byron Reed asked for a table and found the wait time was undetermined.
When you're a longtime icon in Cherry Creek,
since the 1950s or probably 1952,
your reputation can bring you loyal customers.
And whenever you want a good burger, it's like, let's go to the Cricket.
But on one of their busiest nights of the year,
we have 3 generations of families back for the holidays, and everybody traditionally gathers at the Cherry Cricket on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Owners say there were around 200 people in the restaurant when a fire started in the kitchen area. They say they extinguished the fire and got customers out safely. But
unfortunately, there was a little bit of the fire that got up behind one of the ducts and was burning the insulation between the duct and the wall.
Firefighters were called to the scene to put out the remaining fire. They say there is heavy fire damage to the kitchen area, and the rest of the restaurant was damaged due to the heavy smoke and water.
Yeah, people call it saying they didn't pay for their bills. They'd love to come in and pay for their bills, which they don't need to do.
But now, the restaurant has to close its doors for a while, leaving those loyal customers with a feeling most in this area can't agree with.
Bummer. They've been around for so long, and every time we walk by here, it's crowded, so I feel like it's going to be a huge hit for their business.
Definitely. It's been around for so long. I mean, it's not really a place that you think about having an incident like that.
An incident the owners say will make them rebuild this longtime icon, no matter how long it takes.
And we'll get it fixed, and we'll get the Cricket open again, as soon as we can.
For Next, I'm Byron Reed.
Bummer indeed. The folks who look into the causes of fires are still doing their job on this one, and the owners say they will reopen. They're just not sure when.
Maybe it's just my feed. Maybe it's just my friends and family, but did you notice something this morning? Did you notice something missing? All that division, that divisive talk we've seen on social media the last few days, gone. Replaced with pictures of turkey, mashed potatoes, and stuffing. Pictures of people friends, and family, many of whom probably don't agree about what happened earlier this month, standing together, smiling. Photos of that sweet Black Friday find. My buddy Blake snagged a ton of cat litter. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. What a nice distraction. Chalk it up to the power of Thanksgiving, giving us a bit of hope that we can see past what divides us and focus instead on what brings us together.
Black Friday. You know, when the media camp out and watch all you people determined to get a few bucks off standing in line. We don't need to show you the video of people fighting with each other over the last Furby, but consider this. 40% of Americans are in credit card debt. Probably safe to say a lot of those folks shouldn't have been shopping at all today. If you find yourself in similar shoes, listen to some advice from a professor of marketing at DU.
Use cash instead of credit cards. Second, have some goals in mind, what you're going to buy for whom. And also, third one is having certain budgets in mind, how much you want to spend. And based on that, you go shopping. So it's basically having that orientation that, okay, I'm not going to spend $30 more on this person, and that's it.
He says shopping and eating over the holidays are one and the same. We tend to overindulge, so try to be mindful. And if you're going to spend that money, why not try to do it locally? Help your neighbors trying to make it with a small business. Photojournalist Tom Cole visited one earlier this week and found the prep for the holidays can be a bit stressful.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a quiet day today. It feels like it's like January, but it's right before Thanksgiving. Sewn sells handmade local goods from local artists. We have myself and my co-owner, and then we have another employee that also makes things for the store as well. Hi there. We try to gear up to make sure that we have enough inventory and enough kind of fun, seasonal kind of things to make it more fun for ourselves and for, you know, people shopping. We do kind of count on it and we do anticipate it. Nobody has to work in the shop 5 days a week. Until December, then that's when we really kind of load up on shifts for sure. For, you know, holiday, we have these warmer material kind of shawls. They're made out of cotton flannel. Those are a lot of fun.
And who made these, or where did they come from?
They were made by me. You need a little bag for this guy? Yeah, a lot of heart and soul and creativity goes into small businesses. So, have a good day.
Did someone at the Thanksgiving table offend you? Have you ever wondered if you might be the jerk in that situation? The state is the opposite of a jerk. They're letting folks into state parks for free. And our Friday tradition has a different question this week.
I'm thankful that I'm alive and I'm here to celebrate another day.
A reminder that we all have a lot to be thankful for. Next.
Fires in Colorado has taught me about what the community can do to come together. Thousands of acres burned. There were several homes that were damaged and hundreds of others that were still at risk. There was this firefighter from Nederland who lost his home. It was one of the first to go in this fire, but he just went on fighting fires. That said a lot. Could you imagine losing your home and instead of choosing to focus on that, you choose to focus on saving your community? And I think that is a small example of what it means to come together as a community.
Hello again. Who thought Next was going to be canceled by now? Show of hands. We set out to do a 30-minute TV show every weeknight, and instead it's turned into just this non-stop conversation. Nothing is off limits on Next. If you see something that's funny enough that you take a picture of it and you send it to your friend, send it to us. #HeyNext. It's super easy. Include us on the conversation that you're having with your friends and family, and then we can include everybody else around the state. That's Next. It's still on the air.
Grab a 9-Cares Colorado Shares box at King Soopers all this month. Your $5 or $10 donations provide food for fellow Coloradans in need. Donate one today.
I'm God's children, we got to come together and share the good feeling. 'Cause nothing ever gonna make this world better if we don't start believing that love really, really, really is the answer. Everybody join hands, 'cause it's time now. Spread the love all over the world. Spread it all over the world. If we just love each other, and lift up one another, shine a light from every heart. Now. We got to spread the love all over the world. We've got to spread the love.
No fighting over deals and parking spots on this Black Friday. People were encouraged to get outside and enjoy the day. The most Colorado thing. Yeah, it probably is. Colorado State parks were free, and so were many spots around town where sunshine and blue sky greeted people who opted out of shopping.
She is just learning how to ride. This isn't stressful at all. This is actually very enjoyable.
Shopping on a day like today would be just so much more stressful than it would be fun.
Black Friday. I think of people running around at a store getting a bunch of stuff they don't need and going through a lot of stress to do it anyways.
We were actually talking about how we don't go shopping on Black Friday just because of the whole idea that we just came off of Thanksgiving, family time, we're thankful for things, and we want to be out and about.
The holidays are about family, and so I think that's something people miss on Thanksgiving with Black Friday.
We've just decided not to do the whole Black Friday thing.
To me, it's not worth it just to go and save a few bucks to fight all the crowds and have a very stressful day. Yeah, much happier doing something with the family and enjoying some quality time.
Being outside is just a time to explore and spend time with family, which is important.
Photojournalist Tom Cole making us crave the beach a little bit there. We're pretty sure our next viewers weren't the jerks at the Thanksgiving dinner table, but just in case, Dr. Max is talking to us about how to remake yourself or someone you love in time for the next holiday. 9 News psychologist Dr. Max Wachtel. 'Tis the day after Thanksgiving, and so commonly we focus this day about bad things that happened the day before on Thanksgiving. And so often we focus on family members being the aggressors.
Those pesky family members.
But today we're going to talk a little bit more about, am I the aggressor?
Yeah, so that's the thing to keep in mind is that, you know, if you're in that Thanksgiving setting and somebody is a jerk to you, then it's easy. You have self-righteousness on your side. But what if you're the jerk? Somebody has to be the jerk at the family Thanksgiving table.
Is it tough to tell if I'm the jerk? Because I may think, well, the self-righteousness is on my side, but I might be egging on this whole fight to begin with.
That is the problem with being a jerk, is that the self-righteousness is always on your side. And that is incredibly annoying to everybody else in the room. Trust me, that it does not work.
So how do I take steps to find out if I am the jerk?
If everybody is always upset with you about something, you're probably the jerk. If you are always upset with every one of your family members at the Thanksgiving table, you're probably the jerk. If you have 5 or 6 different people who you think are the family jerk, you're probably the jerk. If it smells like poop everywhere you go, it's probably you.
Okay, there we go. That's an interesting, that could be the case. So if I am the jerk, what corrective action can I take to not be the jerk anymore?
Self-awareness is always the place to start. You got to be aware of it. If you're rubbing people the wrong way, if you're driving them crazy, you have to know that. You have to recognize that I'm being a very mean person right now. And then once you realize that, there are things you can do. You can keep your mouth shut. You can apologize after the fact. You can try and do better next time. You can promise to host Christmas dinner and then, you know, vow to never be a jerk again. You know, there are things that you can do to make it up to your family members, but you have to know that you're the jerk in order to be able to do something about it.
What about if I know someone in my family is the jerk? How do I take that first step to try to make them self-aware that they are the jerk?
I would just ignore them, honestly.
Don't even try?
It depends on the person. You know, if you think the person's going to be receptive, and if they, you know, like if they're just having a bad day, if they're really frustrated about the election, for example, and normally they're a nice person, then you can confront them about it, and they're probably going to hear it. If they have been the jerk for the last 20 Thanksgivings, just let it go. Be self-righteous on the inside.
So you hear it. Don't be the jerk. He says don't be the jerk.
Don't be the jerk.
We should be thankful that we live in this wonderful state with the wonderful weather Kathy Sabin has in store for us. And one of our favorite moments of the week, sure to send you into the holiday weekend with a chuckle.
The sidelines to the front office, get the inside story from the Ultimate Insider. Broncos Sideline Stories with Jim Sacamano. Saturday nights at 9:30 on Channel 20.
Thank you, Colorado. This year's 9 Cares Colorado Shares was a huge success.
Together we collected tons of food and thousands in cash to feed Colorado families. Special thanks to all 9 Cares sponsors.
Don't worry, you still have time to donate.
You can pick up a donation box at King Soopers all month long. Or you can drop off any new or used coat for Coats for Colorado at any dependable cleaners.
Let's keep the spirit of giving going all month long.
Just do a basic 12-bar blues.
Sometimes the only way to reach a troubled teen is through the language they understand. Chris Van Noy is a teacher who went beyond the walls of the classroom to help students like Michael Gabriels.
I guess I get stressed out a lot. I've always struggled with like depression and anxiety.
Dropping out of school, running away from home.
Try and straighten out those fingers.
Fellow teacher Steve Cram joined Van Noy to form the Music Appreciation Project.
You know, when they're depressed, when they're sad, when they're having a hard time, they put their earbuds in, they're listening to music, and, you know, music helps them get through difficult times.
All by speaking a language that doesn't require any words.
I've never had so much support from anybody before in my life.
Hi, I'm T.D. Jakes, and I'm here to challenge you, to push you, to shove you a little bit just to make peace with the past. Many times in our lives we're stressed out, we're overwhelmed, we don't even realize why. We lay down tired and we get up tired because all night long we've been wrestling with ghosts, with things that don't even exist. Struggling with old issues and old memories and yesterday. It will never be resolved. You simply have to make up in your mind, I'm going to let it go. Let me tell you, friend, if you can make peace with the past, you can find power for the future. When do you do it? You must do it right now. Now is the time to let go of the baggage of yesterday so that your hands are free to reach out and embrace all that is offered to you today. Get your hands free, shake it off, and reach for tomorrow by letting go of the past.
My goodness, it is beautiful in Denver tonight. And how about it? Light the lights tonight. A wonderful evening if you're headed down there. It is calm. It is clear without that wind. We're certainly grateful for less wind and mild temperatures. And if you love today, the high way above average at 63. It goes even warmer tomorrow ahead of a storm that's going to bring epic snow to the Colorado high country. Those that like to ski and snowboard will enjoy 10, maybe 20 inches of snow with a storm. And we've got those winter weather and travel advisories up for our Colorado mountains starting tomorrow. So keep that in mind if you're planning travel late in the day into Sunday morning. And the snow forecast pretty impressive west of the Continental Divide. Had to put a rain or snow shower in here Sunday, but shouldn't affect the Broncos game. Fair skies and 25 tonight. Light winds cool. The sun's up tomorrow right about 7 o'clock in the morning. A warm day, winds increasing out of the southwest, and then a bit of a cooling trend. Brief rain or snow shower on Sunday. Won't worry too much about that. A better chance of some light snow on Tuesday. You're going to feel those temperatures dropping into the 30s, but it is spectacular in the high country. A beautiful fall scene up there. And Steve, we are grateful for you this time of year, that sense of humor, and then there's that snowman costume.
We're grateful for you too. Thanks so much, Kathy. Well, this holiday time is, of course, not all about food on the table or deals at the store. It's about taking a moment to sit back and think about what we're thankful for. Photojournalist Chris Hansen found grateful people in a quiet place.
It's always something different every day. You check it in, it makes a little paper, and we send it off to somewhere else. I'm thankful for family and friends and my job. This is a good place to work.
My name is Adam, and I'm 7. I'm thankful for my family and for having food.
I think sometimes we're the only people that older people have a chance to visit with in a day.
Okay. See where I'm at. I've got no regrets. I've made my decisions most of my life. I served during the Vietnam War and come back and said that was about enough, the one tour. So, what am I thankful for, or what does being thankful mean to me?
Being pleasant with other people that are less fortunate, not dismissing them.
Charging up my wheelchair. It's in need of charging, and it's the way I get around. I'm homeless at this point in my life, so just doing the best we can. I'm thankful that I'm alive and I'm here to celebrate another day.
Never used a VA hospital, never used VA benefits, anything. I had a stroke about 2.5 years ago. Never saw that one coming. So very thankful that way back when, during the time when they were drafting people, I decided at 17 to lie on my birth certificate and join the Army. I'm serious. I never thought way back when that I would ever need VA like I do today. I still think we have the best country on this planet, and very thankful for that.
You can feel it in the air. Another Colorado winter's on the way. Time to winterize your car. Check your battery, all fluids, and invest in some fresh wipers. Snow tires and good brakes are essential in Colorado, along with a complete emergency kit. But if you're really worried about winter driving, try taking the bus or light rail and leave your car at home.
Get your 9 News forecast on the go. Download the app for your phone and tablet. It's free, so get it today.
I'm Marty Caniglio, sharing Colorado's weather stories. 9 News, everywhere.
You ready?
If you look around his room,
everything in here is old,
including his taste in music. Theo Rodriguez calls himself a Renaissance man. So when it came to playing music, the harpsichord spoke to him.
The sound, the look, the touch.
When he's not jamming in his room,
listen to the sound.
He's taking music history classes under Dr. Joyce Gibson at Metro State University of Denver if he has time between school.
You know, it's something that I have to do.
And serving on the school board.
But then finding out too about his being on the school board, it's like, what is that all about?
Theo Rodriguez was appointed when the Mapleton School Board had an opening.
A lot of oddities with me.
Coming from this 22-year-old student.
This is why you get by on 4 hours sleep. Why you took a second job. This is why you taught yourself how to fix the plumbing. And spend hours juggling the bills.
This is why you'll do whatever it takes to keep your home. And that is why we want to help. We are making home affordable, a free government resource that can make paying the mortgage easier. Now more options are available. Call 888-995-HOPE to talk one-on-one with a housing expert today.
When we're out on stories, we often find moments that don't make it on TV, like this moment of laughter photojournalist Chris Hansen found earlier this week. We hope it makes you smile on this Friday.
Hey, Vandy. Rock, chalk, J. I screwed up. Stop the camera. I was so focused on saying, hey, Vandy, I couldn't remember. Can you chop that out and we start over?
We're not going to chop it out. We'll put it at the end of a newscast to make everybody feel a little bit better. Before we leave you, we do want to show you a photo of the Colorado State Patrol trooper we lost today on I-25. His name, Cody Donahue. He is an 11-year veteran of the force. He has 2 children that he leaves behind. Right now, state police are still investigating to see what happened through the course of all this. He was investigating another accident at the time when a truck hit and killed him. Again, keep his family in your thoughts and prayers. Also keep all of the Colorado State Patrol in your thoughts and prayers tonight. We'll see you next time.